everyone. Welcome to Science and Stories. It's Elizabeth from Echo. I'm glad you're with me today. Hello to everyone. And how are you today? We've come to our science time to laugh and sing and play. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. So roll your hands so slow. You can make them go so slow. And then roll your hands so fast. Give your hands a clap, 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 and lay them in your lap, lap, lap. I brought my science bag with me today. Here it is. Every week there's something different inside. Are you ready to be scientists today and investigate the science bag? Let's use all of our senses to see if we can figure out what's inside. We'll use our eyes to see, our ears to hear. We'll use our nose to smell and our mouth to taste. And then we'll use our fingers to touch. And then we'll learn so much. Are you ready? All right. Use your eyes and look closely. Scientists call that observing. Are you ready to observe? Use your eyes. Look so close. Does it fill up my science bag, whatever it is in here? Whatever is in here? Not all the way to the top. It's down here at the bottom. Can you use your eyes and observe and tell me what the shape is of what's in there? Yeah, we know it's round, right? It's like a ball. Could it be a ball? Let's investigate some more. We'll use our ears to hear. Let's hear if it makes a sound. Listen close. Did you hear anything? I don't hear anything. What if I knock on it? We'll find out if it's hard, right? If it makes a knocking sound. Listen. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's kind of soft when I knock on it. Should we smell? Smell. Could you smell anything? I can't smell anything either. All right, should we use our hands? Give it a touch. All right, reach through the screen. Give it a touch. Did that work? No? All right, you can borrow my hands. Ready? Watch close. Oh, it's soft, like a pillow. Round like a ball, soft like a pillow. Now that we've gathered some information, do you want to make a prediction? You want to guess what I'm going to pull out of my bag? Say it out loud. What's it going to be? All right, you ready? Let's pull it out and see if your prediction is correct. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! What is it? It is round like a ball. It is soft like a pillow, but it reminds me of something else. What does it look like to you? Is it the world, our planet Earth? Wonder why there was a planet Earth in my bag today. Do you know why? Because we're celebrating Earth Day. It's a big celebration. It's not the kind of celebration where you wear a party hat or blow party blowers or have party food, but you do give presents. You give gifts to the earth by taking care of it every day. I bet you do some things to take care of the earth. What do you do? When you finish a can of something to drink, what do you do with it? When you chop off the tops of your carrots, what do you do with it? Do you recycle or do you compost? Those are things that we do to take care of the earth. It's so important to take care of our earth. Why is it so important? Let's do some research and find out more about that. I've got a fun book today, The Trouble with Dragons by Debi Gliori. Let's read it together and find out why, do research about why it's so important to take care of our earth. The trouble with dragons is Dragons make dragons, and then they make more, till there's wall-to-wall dragons making dragons galore. The dragons start spreading all over the place. Soon their houses and roads take up all the space. Dragons eat all the food and drink all the drink, and use everything up without stopping to think. They also throw parties and make lots of noise, and leave a huge mess after playing with their toys. Dragons chop down the forests, which melts both the poles and punctures the atmosphere full of big holes. Dragons blow out hot air, which makes everything hotter and hotter and hotter until the snow melts and the ice all turns to water. Then the seas start to rise and the deserts expand until everything's covered in water or sand. Say goodbye to the world into which you were born, for the dragons have made it all tattered and torn. Poor dragons. Imagine a world with no birds and no bees. Just dragons as far as a dragon can see. Don't go, wailed the dragons. Don't leave us alone. A world without wildlife is no kind of home. If you stay, we all promise to do what it takes to look after the planet for all of our sakes. As the water rose higher right over their knees, a voice said, "Okay, start by not chopping down trees." Then all of the animals chimed in with advice, from the greatest of elephants to the smallest of mice. Eat food that is grown much closer to home, and leave the wild places and ice caps alone. Turn down our heaters and get some fresh air. There's enough to go round if we all share. Respect all earth creatures and cherish the land. Recycle, reuse, and reduce your demands. So if you know a dragon, and most of us do, ask if he thinks that this story is true. For if we can't see that our stories are linked, then sadly, like dragons, we could be extinct. We could go extinct. That sounds very serious. We're going to have to all work together. It's going to take children and parents and grandparents and everyone to work together to take care of this earth. I know that you're already doing things to take care of this earth, but Earth Day is a good time to think about new things to do to help take care of it. I've got some ideas. Let me show you. The animals in the book told the dragons to please stop cutting down so many trees. So one way we can celebrate Earth Day is by planting trees, or planting flowers, and planting beans and other fruits and vegetables. That way we can get our food closer to home. So plant some seeds this week. Maybe you can find some things around the house that you can use as planters, that you can reuse. That helps the earth too, to reuse things you have around the house. We eat a lot of yogurt, so I have some yogurt tubs. They make good planters. If you don't have yogurt tubs, I bet you have one of these or two. Everybody has one of these around the house, right? If you cut down the ends part way, all the way around the end of the toilet paper tube, so that it looks like this, you can fold it in and make a little toilet paper tube pot. Fill it with some soil, because seeds need soil. And then put one of your seeds right down the soil. You could try that. Or, do you eat eggs at your house? You can plant in the egg cartons and reuse those. Or even better, you can plant right in an eggshell. Put a little soil in the eggshell. Dig a hole with your finger right in the middle. Put the seed in, cover it up. Then what? What else does a seed need to grow? It's going to need a little water. Get it nice and damp, and then put it in a sunny spot, maybe in a windowsill. And when the plant starts to grow and it gets warm enough outside, you can put that right in the ground and watch your plant grow. Give that a try. Plant some seeds to celebrate Earth Day. You can also make a home for an animal. Do you have any friends that are insects? Insects are our friends. They take good care of us, so we should take good care of them too. We can create a safe home for them using, again, maybe something you find around the house that you can reuse. I'm using a yogurt container. You could also use a milk jug or anything else that would keep whatever is inside dry if it's a rainy day. I understand that some insects like to live in tubes. So I have some straws that I've cut to the right shape so they fit inside my yogurt container. Little straws and chubby straws. You can put those in there. And some animals will go inside those tubes and live inside there. If you don't have straws, you can use one of these again. Wrap it up tight, roll it up tight so that it looks like that. And put that right inside. In with your straws, on top of your straws, or instead of straws. That gives a nice tube shape for an animal to crawl into. Some animals like to live between wood chips. So I gathered some wood chips. We did some chopping of firewood this weekend, so there was lots of wood chips in my yard. Go out and see what you can find. Little pieces of wood layered on top of my tubes. And then I understand some insects like to live in between other things like pine cones. Can you find some pine cones outside? I'm going to layer those right on top of my wood chips. I also found these little tiny pine cones. So I'll fill the rest of the space up there with the little pine cones. And once I've got it all stuffed full, I'm going to take it outside, maybe alongside some bushes or on a tree or on the fence near our garden. I'm going to hang that and make a home safe for animals, insects, a little bug house. I have one more thing to show you. I created some Earth Day art to put up and remind me that I have the earth in my hands and I need to take care of it. We all do. So maybe you'd like to create some Earth Day art too. To do this project, I used a coffee filter. Do you have a coffee filter at home? And I colored all over it with green and blue markers. Scribbled, really. Added some patches of green and patches of blue all over my coffee filter. Next, I took my science tool, a pipette. Pipette is really good at moving small amounts of water from one place to another. That's what scientists use pipettes for. So I used a pipette to drop, 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 drop water all over my coffee filter. Do you see what's happening? The water is hitting the paper. Watch close. And it's moving the color around and mixing the green and the blue and filling in all of the white spaces. If you don't have a pipette at home, you can also use a water bottle like this to squirt water onto your coffee filter. That works too. It makes a beautiful pattern that kind of looks like our planet Earth. I let it dry, and then, how did I get my hands here? Yeah, I took a piece of paper and I traced around my hand and cut it out. Did the same for my other hand, and then just taped it on the back. Now my hands hold the earth. We need all your helping hands to keep the earth happy and safe and clean. Give it a try. Happy Earth Day!